Well, hi, kids. Welcome back to Poppi's. I'm going to read for the kids. I got this book brought to me by Lyric and Cadence. They like this story because it reminds them of me. It's Mr. Bell's Fixit shop. And I do fixing also. This is my bench for working on electronics. And I have two other benches for working on mechanical things and metal bending and cutting. So today, we're going to read this book, Mr. Bell's Fixit Shop, by Ronne Peltzman, illustrated by Aurelisu Battaglia. Wow, what a special name. She does such lovely drawings. That's his Fixit shop. Let's see. Let's read on. Let's see. Mr. Bell could fix almost anything. Broken locks, broken clocks, broken pans, broken fans. Hey, I just fixed a fan just a few days ago. Boy, does it blow a lot of air. Broken plates, broken skates. He could fix them all. Oh, look at his workbench. Almost as messy as mine. I think he's got a bigger workbench to work with. Now, can you see what's happening? People smiled when they walked past his little shop and saw the sign in the window, and it said, Mr. Bell's Fixit Shop. I fix everything but broken hearts. They're pointing to this one right here. Mr. Bell did all his fixing in the back of his shop. At his workbench, he kept tools and screws and nails and nuts and bolts. He had pots of paint and jars of glue in every musty, dusty corner. There were bins and boxes filled full of odds and ends. That reminds me of Mr. B's garage. I remember going in his garage, and he had lots of bits and tools and bots and a car parts. Amazing. And he was so clean and neat. Everything's in a nice place. I seem to be a little like Mr. Bell. Oh, except Mr. Bell. Look how he's got neatly putting his tools to find them. Mr. Bell did all his fixing in the back of the shop at his workbench. Let's see. Not sure I'm getting this so you can see all right. Let's see here. Every musty corner. Oh yeah, he filled the rocks. Yeah, odds and ends. Let's see, what does he have? Bicycle. A lamp, a drum, a little horse. Oh, there's a box of nuts and bolts. He seems to work on many different metal and woodworking. Let's see now what somebody's going to bring him. His friends told him that his shop was too messy. Throw some things away, they say. But Mr. Bell said no. There's a use for everything. You never know when you need a doorknob or a pickle jar. Yeah, sometimes you use a pickle jar for putting some more nuts and bolts in. Look at him. This guy put his foot through a drum. I wonder if Mr. Bell was fixing it at first. There's a cat playing with some string. What else is going on? You know what this thing is? That's an old-fashioned belly stove. You put wood inside and burn it for heat. And you put your coffee pot up on top to keep warm. Let's see. Oh, a little girl came to visit him. Jill, who lived nearby, loved to look around in Mr. Bell's shop. She came nearly every day after school. I want to have a Fixit shop of my own when I grow up, she said. So Mr. Bell made her his special helper. Oh, yes. Many times I have you kids come, and you could be little helpers. Sometimes hammering nails into some wood. One afternoon, as Jill was helping Mr. Bell polish the front window, I heard of washing it, polishing. That must be really shiny. So, she asked, "What's a broken heart?" "Well," said Mr. Bell, "when you feel so sad that you think you'll never be happy again, that's when you know your heart is broken." "Gee," said Jill, "I hope I never have a broken heart." Have you ever had a broken heart? Somebody said something or you lost something. You felt so sad that maybe it'd bring a tear to your eye. That's feeling like your heart is broken. One day, Mr. Bell was extra busy. Ben, the barber, had a radio that wouldn't play. "My customers miss the music," he said. "Don't worry," said Mr. Bell. "I'll fix your radio as good as new." Oh, that's a common problem. His antenna got broken. Oh, here's an old-fashioned phone, a tea kettle, a doorknob, a cat, a lock. You see the key? There's a key for the lock. Oh, how many people know what this jug is here? It's metal. Can you see it? Do you have any idea what that would be for? That's used to carry milk in that. The farmers. Oh, there goes Uncle Jesse on his motorcycle. Otto, the laundryman, had an iron that wouldn't get hot. "What good are clean clothes if you can't iron them?" he asked. "Don't worry," said Mr. Bell. "I'll fix that iron as good as new." Yeah. Have you ever used... No, your kids are too little to use irons because it gets very hot. You could burn your skin. Just let Mommy and Daddy handle that. What else do we have? Pliers. You know what that's called? Yeah, screwdriver. Who knows how to spell cat? You know how to spell cat? Right, C-A-T, cat. Ooh, what else is happening? Oh, Sarah Stevens had a camera that wouldn't click. "I'm going to Australia," she said. "It won't be any fun if I can't take pictures of kangaroos." How many people know kangaroos? What do they do? Do they fly in the air? Do they swim in the water? Do kangaroos swim? How about jumping? Yes, jumping. Kangaroos in Australia. "Don't worry," said Mr. Bell. "Your camera will be good as new in no time." Well, that's really hard working on cameras. I don't think I'd want to work on a camera. There's so many small parts. Now, Mr. Bell spent all afternoon in his workshop. Oh, at his workbench. "I could certainly use Jill's help today," he thought. "I wonder where she is." It was nearly supper time when Mr. Bell finished his work. He was hungry. It would be good to get home to my cabbage soup and roast beef, he said to himself. I like soups. I like warm soups and put a lot of crackers in it. Suddenly, Jill burst into the shop. She looked very unhappy. "Why, Jill," said Mr. Bell, "what's wrong?" Oh, my. Uh-oh. "I went to Grandma's house today," said Jill. "Her new puppy chewed up Rosie." She held up her doll. "Just look at her." Jill started to cry. Yes. Do you think she has a broken heart? Mr. Bell forgot about his supper. Don't cry, Jill, he said. I'll fix Rosie as good as new. Really? Asked Jill. Wow, this looks really sad. Look at it. A leg is gone. What do you think is gone? Can you see? Would you say? An arm? Yeah. What else? Can you see what else is missing on the doll? Well, we know the leg's missing in the shoe. But how about her mouth is gone? Did the dog lick the mouth off? And the hair, yeah. The hair. Boy, that's going to be a tough job. Let's see if Mr. Bell can do it. Mr. Bell forgot about his supper. Don't cry, Jill, he said. I'll fix Rosie as good as new. Really? Asked Jill. She was still crying. I promise, said Mr. Bell. You run along now and don't worry about a thing. I'll see you tomorrow. Boy, Mr. Bell, he's quite a craftsman. Mr. Bell took Rosie to his workbench. He found an old baseball bat. It's a good thing I didn't throw this away, he said. He carved a new arm and a new leg for Rosie. He smoothed away all the splinters and painted and polished the wood. It's a good thing I didn't throw this away, he said as he picked up an old lampshade. With scissors and glue, he turned fringes and tassels into beautiful new hair for Rosie. A blue ribbon that matched Rosie's eyes became a big bright bow for her new hair. Wow, she's looking pretty good. Wow, how lovely. Mr. Bell even made Rosie a brand new dress and shiny new shoes from scraps of gingham and satin. Gingham and satin? I don't know that word. Finally, he looked through his pots of paint until he found the color that was just right for a smile. With a little brush, he painted a cheery new smile on Rosie's face. Ooh, look at that. It gave her little cheeks. Nice smile. Okay, now it's past his bedtime when Mr. Bell left the shop. As he rode home, he remembered his cabbage soup and roast beef. I'm hungry too. My supper will be very late tonight, he thought, but it will taste extra good. Yeah, sometimes when you work hard and you do your jobs, after doing a good workout, you'll just enjoy your food so much more in your relaxation. Next morning, Jill was waiting for Mr. Bell when he came to open his shop. Did you fix Rosie? She asked. See for yourself, said Mr. Bell, smiling. Come inside. Oh, Mr. Bell, Jill exclaimed. When she saw her doll, she looked so beautiful. Good as new, said Mr. Bell. Jill gave him a big hug. Oh, that's what I like. People who appreciate the work that you do. That's one of the things I like when I do work. It's not just to earn money, but their appreciation for me to be able to fix something. Getting a thank you and hugs is very important for the person who does fix things. Now, she's pointing at his sign. That afternoon, as Jill was helping polish the window, she said, You know, Mr. Bell, there's something else I think you should fix. What's that? Asked Mr. Bell. This sign, Jill replied. It says, You can't fix broken hearts. But when you fixed Rosie, you fixed my broken heart too. People still smile when they walk past Mr. Bell's Fix-It Shop and see the sign in front. But the sign is a little different now. The crack in the heart has a bandage painted over it, and the words above it say, Mr. Bell's Fix-It Shop. I fix everything. Broken hearts even. That's a nice thing. Hey, can you find a Mr. Fix-It in your neighborhood? And give him some hugs and kisses for things that he helps you with? Well, thank you for joining me on Mr. Bell's Fix-It Shop book. Bye, kids. Whoa. And see, I have my other Fix-It bench here. You can see it's full of things. And my other Fix-It bench over here for doing rolling and cutting of metals. So thank you for visiting my Poppi's Fix-It shop and reading your book.